PC building mistakes can be surprisingly expensive. Some waste a few extra dollars, others can cost hundreds in lost performance, compatibility headaches, or hardware you'll end up replacing far sooner than expected. Buying a CPU for the wrong tasks. Dropping a massive chunk of your budget on a top-tier Core i9 or Ryzen 9 for a pure gaming rig is an easy way to kill your price-to-performance ratio. Modern games rely heavily on the graphics card. Pairing a flagship processor with a mid-range GPU means the chip sits at 20% utilization while the graphics card chokes. For gaming, a mid-range chip handles the frame routing flawlessly, leaving extra cash for the component that actually renders the pixels. You end up with higher frame rates by shifting that $100 difference directly into a better GPU tier. Cost of mistake: $100 to $200 wasted. Underpowered CPU coolers. Buying a high-end processor and cooling it with a cheap, tiny heatsink results in instant thermal throttling. Modern CPUs push themselves to the absolute thermal limit until they hit their target temperature, usually around 90 degrees Celsius. If the cooler cannot dissipate that heat fast enough, the clock speeds drop off a cliff to prevent damage. You lose the performance you paid for within 3 minutes of booting up a heavy game title. A loud, screaming fan running at 100% speed becomes an annoying bonus. Cost of mistake: $0 up front, but a 20% loss in processing power. Underpowered motherboard VRMs. Placing a power-hungry high-end processor onto the cheapest entry-level motherboard creates a hidden performance bottleneck. The voltage regulator modules, or VRMs, around the CPU socket act as the power delivery pipeline. In extreme cases, CPU performance can drop noticeably under sustained all-core workloads. When these components get too hot, the motherboard forces the CPU to drop its power consumption and clock speeds, even if the CPU cooler itself is working perfectly. The system slows down because the motherboard power grid cannot keep up. Cost of mistake: $50 saved on the board, but 50% of your CPU performance lost. Overpriced motherboards for mid-range builds. Spending more on a premium, enthusiast-grade motherboard than on the actual processor going into it is a complete waste of funds. Buying a flagship Z-series or X-series board with massive heatsinks and extreme features for a locked, mid-range i5 or non-X Ryzen chip gives zero extra performance. Those features remain completely locked out or useless. The extra cash pays for heavy metal aesthetics and extreme power phases that a mid-range chip will never pull enough current to utilize. Cost of mistake: $100 trapped in a useless motherboard layout. Overpowered GPUs for 1080p gaming. Buying an extreme, high-end graphics card like an RTX 5090 to play exclusively on a standard 1080p monitor creates a massive system bottleneck. At lower resolutions, the graphics card processes frames so fast that the CPU physically cannot feed it data quickly enough to keep up. The expensive GPU ends up sitting at 50% utilization, wasting its potential while the CPU screams at 100%. Unless the goal is competitive esports at 500 frames per second, pairing a high-end card with a low-resolution monitor is just burning money without seeing the visual benefit. Cost of mistake: $300 to $500 overpaid for performance trapped in a resolution bottleneck. Weak GPUs for 4K displays. Pairing a beautiful, pixel-dense 4K monitor with a budget or lower mid-range graphics card makes modern gaming unplayable. 4K resolution requires rendering 4 times the amount of pixels as standard 1080p, demanding massive graphical horsepower and video memory. A weak card will struggle to deliver a stable 30 frames per second in modern titles without turning the visual settings down to absolute minimum. Trying to fix this by lowering the game's internal resolution to 1080p on a 4K display results in a blurry, heavily pixelated image due to poor display scaling. Cost of mistake: a choppy, unplayable 20 frames per second or a completely blurry, upscaled image. Choosing cases solely on aesthetics. Picking a computer case based entirely on an attractive online photograph without analyzing its structural dimensions leads to severe clearance issues during the build process. Modern graphics cards have grown massive, easily exceeding 300 millimeters in length and taking up over 3 slots of thickness. Many budget or compact cases simply cannot physically fit these cards, or they leave no room for front-mounted liquid cooling radiators. Furthermore, ignoring the maximum supported CPU cooler height or motherboard form factor can leave you unable to close your side panel or line up the chassis standoffs. Cost of mistake: returning a giant metal box to the retailer, paying return shipping, and delaying your build by a week. Populating 4 slots of DDR5 memory. Buying a 4-stick kit of DDR5 RAM or buying 2 separate dual-channel kits to fill all 4 slots on a motherboard can cause system instability. The internal memory controllers on modern processors struggle immensely with the high electrical load of 4 high-speed DDR5 modules. To maintain stability, the system will automatically force the memory to run at much lower base speeds, often dropping an advertised 6000 MHz kit down to 4800 or even lower. For DDR5, sticking to a clean 2-stick configuration is essential for reaching advertised speeds. Cost of mistake: $0 out of pocket, but a massive 20% drop in memory bandwidth and random system crashes. Mixing different RAM kits. Purchasing 2 separate boxes of memory, even if they share the exact same brand, model number, and advertised speeds, is a gamble that often leads to blue screens. Memory manufacturers frequently change the underlying silicon suppliers for their RAM chips from week to week without changing the external model name. One kit might use Hynix chips, while the identical-looking box bought a month later might use Samsung memory. Mixing these different memory dies makes it incredibly difficult for the motherboard to stabilize timings, frequently preventing the system from booting at its rated speeds. Cost of mistake: endless system instability, random blue screens of death, and hours wasted troubleshooting. Mismatched RAM profiles. Buying a memory kit without checking whether it features an Intel XMP or an AMD EXPO profile isn't a total system disaster anymore, but it still introduces unnecessary friction. Most modern motherboards are decent at cross-reading competing profiles, meaning an XMP kit on a Ryzen system or an EXPO kit on an Intel build usually works out of the box. However, because subtimings are optimized for specific processor architectures, cross-loading the wrong profile occasionally falls short of advertised speeds or requires additional manual tuning to stabilize. Sticking to the profile matched to your exact CPU platform saves you from unexpected troubleshooting and ensures a guaranteed one-click setup. Cost of mistake: extra time spent manually tweaking subtimings in the BIOS or losing a bit of your advertised out-of-the-box performance. Gen 5 SSDs for pure gaming. Paying a massive premium for the latest PCIe Gen 5 NVMe solid-state drives for a standard gaming build offers virtually zero real-world benefit. While the sequential read and write speeds look incredible on product marketing pages, games rely heavily on random read performance. In actual side-by-side game loading tests, a Gen 5 drive performs almost identically to a quality Gen 4 drive. Furthermore, Gen 5 drives run incredibly hot, requiring massive, bulky heat sinks that can interfere with component clearance, all for a performance difference you cannot feel outside of heavy data center transfers. Cost of mistake: $100 extra spent for 0 seconds saved on loading screens. QLC SSDs for heavy write workloads. Choosing a cheap QLC-based solid-state drive for a system intended for heavy video editing or massive file transfers is a major mistake. QLC memory stores more bits per cell to lower manufacturing costs, but it suffers from a major limitation. Once the drive's high-speed SLC cache fills up during a sustained write operation, the transfer speed plummets off a cliff. Some QLC drives can drop dramatically once their cache is exhausted, especially when nearly full. For a boot drive running heavy workflows, paying slightly more for a TLC drive is mandatory. Cost of mistake: slower than HDD transfer speeds during long rendering sessions and a heavily degraded drive lifespan. Ignoring port selection and I/O layout. Focusing entirely on core specifications while ignoring the back panel and internal headers leads to immediate frustration during assembly. Buyers frequently realize too late that their chosen motherboard lacks enough high-speed USB ports for their external capture cards, audio interfaces, and peripherals. Internally, a mismatch between the case's front panel USB-C connector and the motherboard's available headers leaves case ports completely dead. Checking the exact count of fan headers, ARGB connections, and M2 slots before purchasing prevents the unexpected need for ugly, cheap adapter hubs later. Cost of mistake: $20 for external hubs and a messy cable layout. Partial component incompatibilities. Total system incompatibilities, like trying to force an Intel chip into an AMD socket, are obvious, but subtle. Partial incompatibilities catch buyers off guard constantly. Buying a state-of-the-art PCIe Gen 5 SSD and pairing it with a budget motherboard that only features Gen 3 slots will not stop the system from working, but it completely hamstrings the expensive drive. The storage drive will be forced to run at the slower speeds of the motherboard slot, rendering the extra premium paid for the advanced drive completely useless. Cost of mistake: paying for top-tier bandwidth speeds while being physically locked to last-generation performance levels. Ignoring the platform upgrade path. Buying into an end-of-life hardware platform just because the entry price looks slightly cheaper locks you into a performance dead end. Choosing an older motherboard socket generation means that when the processor inevitably becomes a bottleneck in a few years, you cannot simply drop a newer, faster CPU into the socket. You will be forced to discard the motherboard, the processor, and potentially the system memory all at once. Choosing a modern, actively supported platform ensures that a simple, single-component drop-in upgrade remains an option years down the line. Cost of mistake: $300 to $400 extra down the road when a simple CPU swap requires a full system rebuild. Cheap and underpowered power supplies. Treating the power supply as an afterthought and buying a cheap, unbranded unit to save $20 puts your entire system at risk. Modern high-end components draw power in rapid, aggressive spikes that cheap units simply aren't built to handle. A low-quality power supply lacks the internal filtering, high-grade capacitors, and safety protections required to manage sudden load shifts, risking a catastrophic hardware failure. When a bottom-tier unit blows, it rarely dies alone. It frequently sends a high-voltage surge straight through the cables, frying the motherboard, processor, and graphics card simultaneously. Cost of mistake: the literal destruction of your entire $2,000 PC from a single cheap component. Buying used parts without verification. Purchasing pre-owned hardware from online marketplaces without a transferable warranty or a method for live verification is a massive financial risk. Graphics cards used heavily in industrial mining environments can suffer from degraded memory chips or dried-out, cracked thermal interface materials that cause instant overheating. Buying a used component without seeing it pass a rigorous stress test right in front of you means risking buying a component that crashes the moment it enters a heavy gaming workload, leaving you with zero consumer protection. Cost of mistake: hundreds of dollars lost on a dying component with zero warranty protection. Shady third-party marketplace sellers. Clicking the buy button on major retail sites without checking who is actually shipping the item exposes you directly to counterfeits and scams. Rogue third-party sellers set up temporary storefronts on major platforms, offering high-end graphics cards at hundreds of dollars below the standard market rate. Unsuspecting buyers frequently receive a box filled with literal metal bolts to match the shipping weight, or an ancient, decade-old graphics card with a modified internal BIOS that falsely reports itself as a modern chip to the operating system. Always verify that the item says shipped and sold by a reputable retailer. Cost of mistake: losing hundreds of dollars instantly and entering a grueling, multi-week customer support dispute trying to get a refund. Have you ever made any of these mistakes? Let me know in the comments, and if this video helped you avoid one, drop a like and subscribe for more PC guides.